The superhero world is full of secrets. Secret identities, secret relationships, secret plans. I mean, secret everything. But there are some secrets that shook the comic world to its core. I mean, some were so big that when they were revealed, fans just couldn't believe it. Sometimes they're good secrets and sometimes they're bad ones. And that, my friends, is what we're going to talk about today. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host, David Raff, and today we are going to be talking about the top 10 superhero secrets you won't believe. Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't keep it a secret. Hit that like button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd so you never miss one nerdy moment. Alright, with all that being said, let's get started. Number 10, The Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier story arc is one of the most famous Captain America stories around. Not only was he a formidable foe for Steve physically, but also emotionally, because it turned out that he was none other than his best friend, who he thought was dead, Bucky Barnes. When the secret was revealed, it was a huge deal for the Captain America comics going forward. Now, of course, when the movie came out, hardcore fans knew who the Winter Soldier was, but that didn't take away from how good the movie was. I mean, it was really good. To this day, it is considered to be one of the best MCU films, and it will stay that way forever. Number 9, The Return of Superman. When Superman died at the hands of Doomsday, the comic world was changed forever. Like, forever. No one thought that DC would ever kill off one of their best-selling characters, but they did. Naturally, fans thought this meant that he was gone for good. But there was no way that DC wanted to let their most famous character stay dead forever. And of course they didn't. Superman did return. It was revealed that he didn't actually die, but he was in a Kryptonian coma that protected him and healed him when he was close to death. I mean, fans were happy that he was back, but by doing so, it opened the floodgates to characters dying and coming back forever. Now, when a character dies in the comics, you know that they will most likely return. It's just how the comic world works. You may not know how or why, but you can bet that they will return. And for a lot of fans, it just kind of takes away from when they actually do die. Number 8, Evil Hal Jordan. Okay, so back in the 90s, DC was like, hey, how do we spice up the Green Lantern sales? Maybe you should bring in a new Green Lantern named Kyle Rayner and make Hal Jordan just go a little bit cuckoo. True story. DC wanted to try and boost sales. So, they made Hal go evil, kill, a couple Green Lanterns, and start calling himself Parallax. Eventually, he was stopped, and Hal even became the Spectre at one point. But the damage was done. Hal was basically at the point of no return. Well, that is until Green Lantern Rebirth in 2004, where Jeff Johns essentially saved Hal Jordan. That series revealed that Hal didn't just go evil on his own, but Parallax was actually this evil cosmic entity that corrupted him. It was really well done, and it saved Hal Jordan as a character. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Kyle Rayner, he's an awesome Green Lantern, but I am so happy they redeemed Hal, because I could just never see him going evil like that for, no reason at all. Number 7, Martian Manhunter on Supergirl. On the TV show Supergirl, we always knew there was something fishy going on with her boss and head of DEO, Hank Henshaw. I mean, right off the bat, they showed his eyes glowed red. But comic fans just assumed they were teasing him to be Cyborg Superman, like in the comics. But oh boy, were we all wrong. And actually, I don't think we've ever been happier that we were wrong. Turns out that he wasn't Hank Henshaw after all, but John Jones, aka the Martian Manhunter. No one expected that reveal. And on top of that, we got the best live-action version of Martian Manhunter yet. I mean, they completely nailed his look and personality. I still don't know how they managed to pull this off and keep it a secret, but oh man, I'm so happy they did. Number 6, Barry Allen is SAVITAR. Alright, so this was also a really big deal. I mean, people had so many theories about who SAVITAR was, but when it turned out to be Barry Allen, it really changed the show. It instantly made SAVITAR that much more interesting. Don't get me wrong, he was always a cool and scary villain, but he lacked the emotional connection of Reverse Flash or Zoom. And once the secret was revealed, it instantly made things more interesting. I think the only thing that bugged fans was that they wish they revealed it a little bit sooner in the season so that we could have gotten more of all that evil Barry drama. It really changed up the dynamic because it was Barry that they were fighting. A slightly different version of Barry, but one that had all the same memories as the original. So it made for a very interesting dynamic. Number 5, the unworthy Thor. During the original Sin storyline, Nick Fury whispered something to Thor, and because of whatever he said, Thor became unworthy to wield Mjolnir. That led to someone else pick up the hammer and become Thor. And Thor then went on to become known as Odin's son and star in his own miniseries, The Unworthy Thor. It was a big deal for comic fans. And a lot were wondering what Fury could have possibly said to make Thor unworthy. Turns out that he only said 3 words. Gorr was right. This, of course, takes us back a few years to another Thor story. And Gorr is referring to Gorr the God Butcher. Gorr believed that all gods had become unworthy because of their actions, and when Thor heard Fury say those words, it became too real for him. And then he became unworthy. And even though it sucks he lost his hammer, I mean, how cool did he look as the unworthy Thor? I mean, he looked badass, and it gave Thor one of his best stories in years. Number 4. Tony Stark's parents. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it was always known that Tony's parents died in a car accident. Over the years, we kept getting new little pieces of information about it. In Captain America the Winter Soldier, while Steve and Natasha were talking to Zola, you saw how Howard Stark was one of the ones that Hydra ended up taking out. This led fans to theorize how it happened. But in Captain America Civil War, we found out the mother of all secrets. Bucky was the one that killed Tony Stark's parents. And Cap kind of knew about it. This caused massive ramifications in the MCU. It caused Steve and Tony to stop talking. And Tony tried to kill Bucky, but Cap stepped in. The two had this massive emotional fight. Just goes to show you that one secret can change everything. Number 3. Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn. This specific story is still really weird. Even years later. During the 2004 storyline, Since Past, it's revealed that Gwen Stacy actually cheated on Peter with none other than the Green Goblin himself, Norman Osborn. Yep, it's crazy. But this secret isn't over. Because not only were they together, they had kids. Gabriel and Sarah Stacy. Gwen eventually does go back to Peter, and of course, Norman gets mad, and, well, we all know how that story ends. Spoiler, it ends really badly for Gwen. Number 2, Compound V. In the TV show The Boys, superheroes are a well-known thing. They get paid to do what they do. I mean, they're just basically celebrities. They get paid to do what they do. Think of them, they're just kind of like us, celebrities. In that world, it was always believed that some people were just lucky and they were born with powers. But oh no, that would just be too easy. You see, Thought International was secretly injecting babies with something called Compound V, which would give them superpowers. And in turn, they would end up working for them and making God a ton of money. Pretty sneaky, right? I mean, they were just injecting babies and paying off people to keep quiet about it. So evil. But hey, it made for some great television. Number 1, Oliver Queen liked killing. Okay, so in season 5 of Arrow, Adrian Chase, aka Prometheus, was torturing Oliver Queen and made him reveal something that would essentially change the show forever. That after years of being trapped on an island and being forced to kill to survive, Oliver actually ended up liking it. Now, he didn't just like killing in general. It kind of turned into an enjoyment of killing bad people. Regardless, it was a big revelation and also shows just how far he has grown as a character. I mean, he stopped killing altogether after season 1 to honor Tommy. And then he kind of went back to it after, sometimes after some of his friends died and he believed that he shouldn't have been holding back. And then it kind of just turned to he would kill if he had to. Now, does this make him a bad person? No. I mean, the guy experienced all sorts of dark and twisted trauma. I mean, that would just make anyone go a bit crazy. The fact that he was able to channel all that, still be a good person, and kind of use it to save people of the city shows you just how good of a person he actually truly is. Alright, there you have it, guys. The top 10 superhero secrets that you won't believe. What does your list look like? Let us know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to Top 10 Nerds so you never miss one nerdy moment. I'm your host, Dave Raff, and thank you so much for watching.